I've been divorced for 10 years. Steven, my ex-husband, he's willing and able to come help me with the kids and the dogs.
Come here, Winston.
So you're just visiting? Every time he comes in, all of them want to lick his teeth and his mouth.
Disgusting, Dad.
So, Krista, you're always the one that cleans well,
I am.
I guess, if you're the dog nanny.
I do poop patrol.
Oh, and you've got...
All the time.
You have installed tissue there,
With
paper
spray
towels with spray
and
right
mops.
there. Why do they not go outside?
Well, no.
So 3 wee-wee pads in your dining room. It would be
Yeah.
nice if we could get rid of those, wouldn't it?
That.
Why has your mom got so many dogs?
When she finds something cute, she always is like, oh, I want it. And then my stepdad goes running and he's trying to win her back. So,
Oh, he is?
yeah, he tries everything to win her back.
So he gets her dogs to win her back?
He gets her anything she wants.
They're divorced or separated?
They're divorced.
Divorced.
For,
How long
like,
have they been divorced for?
Over 10 years.
Over 10 years, yet he's still trying to win her back?
Yeah, I guess the term is whipped.
The kid's father helps for the kid. Speak of the devil.
Speak of the devil.
Speak of the devil.
There you go.
Steven.
Hi.
This is Victoria. Victoria.
Hello.
This is Steven, my ex-husband.
Oh, hello. Nice to meet you. So obviously the dogs... Seriously.
This one loves me.
Do you
Yes.
allow her to lick in your mouth?
Yes, for hours.
I met Stacy's ex-husband, Steven, and the dogs love him, but maybe just a little bit too much. I have to say, that's probably one of the most disgusting things. Seriously.
Yeah, I tend to, you know what? I didn't like it in the beginning. I was really grossed out, but I love them and they just don't stop. They're relentless, so I just gave in.
Some of these dogs eat poop. The little
Yeah,
ones
the ones that eat poop, I try not to allow them.
Aspen just licked your
I
mouth.
know, I just, because I felt bad.
It turns out Steven has hopes of kissing more than just the dogs.
Stacy and I are exes and good friends, and sometimes a little more than good friends, sometimes not, depending on how we're getting along at the time, so.
Okay.
Actually, what it really is that he comes over and does all these things, like helps me with the wee-wee pads and does that, all that kind of stuff, until he realizes that that is not winning me back, and then he leaves. Then he won't come back, because he's not getting reward.
It's not exactly like that.
It is like that.
We fight either over money, or
Well-
if you're seeing other guys. Those are the things that we fight about.
But you're
Thank you.
you're divorced.
Thank you.
She's allowed to see other men, isn't she?
Not
As you're
in
allowed.
his world.
I'm sorry, I gotta ask this because, you know, part of me coming in here is to understand the dynamic of the family because dogs pick up on our emotions. Dogs pick up and get very stressed when we argue. So if there are arguments happening in the house, I gotta know about it. Do you still love Stacy?
Yeah.
You do? Yeah. Do you love him?
Not in that way.
Right. Is it difficult for you to take a step away from the woman you love? I mean, is it hard? Because shouldn't you be dating somebody else
Yeah,
and
I
having your
have.
own life?
I have.
You have? But you still want to come back here?
See, it's not as simple as that. After
He
change.
just wants me to love him the way that I did when we were married, and I understand that. There's nothing wrong with that. It just is not really possible.
Go straight in to toilet training.
Okay.
It's just
It's
poopy everywhere.
and pee on the floor.
And
Not
pee
even
on
just
the
on
floor.
the wee-wee pad.
Yeah.
It's like,
It's gonna be very difficult to break some of this habit of going inside.
Our house has become like a dumpster. The dogs can pee and poop anywhere. Like, we will never know where they're gonna poop next.
We've got to stop this, but it's going to be a long process. Chihuahuas are notoriously difficult to house train. If time had been spent with them when they were young, the family wouldn't need to have pee pads. They've actually encouraged the dogs to toilet in the home. Now, you told me that you've got a dog run at the side of your house.
We do.
I want to be able to teach the dogs to go out there more than in here.
it would be awesome if I was able to teach them to go out there.
So, the dogs are going to get an opportunity to go outside 8 times a day.
Okay.
One of those times is going to be a walk, and the rest of the time they're going to be let out there. In order to transition the Chihuahuas from toileting inside the house to outside the house, I take a soiled pad. It's gross. And I put it out there so that the dogs can smell their scent on these pads. Now look at them all sniffing.
Oh, I guess, is this where to go?
You're not going to have the pads down here forever. This is just to show them this is where you need to toilet. There are mixed signals between Stephen and Stacey that I think need to be addressed for both of them to be able to move on with their lives. It feels like they're at this stagnant place. I think you need to more clearly define your relationship with Stephen, and because he's obviously still in love with you and he still wants to be part of your life, and I think he needs to really take a step back and allow you to be you and do what you need to do. Do you think that he has the ability to do that?
I've not been able to get through to him in all this time.
Victoria sits Stacey's ex-husband down for a one-on-one.
What I wanted to talk to you about was the tension. You know, things got a little bit heated between you. The most important things that the dogs don't need is there to be a tense environment. What do you sort of see your role now in this house?
I don't think I have a major role in the house at this point. I know that when she has problems, she's gonna call me until she has a boyfriend. When it comes to the dogs, if they need to go to the doctor or an emergency with them, she's gonna call me because she knows how they feel about me. Plus, I'm here for the kids whenever they need me. I mean, that's, you know, that's a given.
I know that you still have feelings for Stacey, but she's trying to move on. She needs space.
Would I love the issues to be resolved and us be married and just be a happy family? Yeah. But Stacey and I are gonna fight, and it's, you know, it's not good for the kids or the dogs or either of us.
If you kind of totally cut the cord in your mind and you just said, this will never happen, and go off your way, would that be easier?
I don't know if easier is the word. It might be necessary. One of my biggest problems is I haven't met somebody that I've fallen in love with.
But then if you do find somebody that you fall in love with, that'll make it so much easier to cut ties completely.
Right.
I think it's been very difficult for Stephen to be in and out of this family, but he's coming to understand how Stacey needs space. Don't you feel like the need to go your own way?
I'm going to try from now on to take a big step back and let Stacey do her thing and go our separate ways.